All right, well, we are in week number 13, match day number 13. As I take a look here, I want to make sure that there it is. It's actually going. Match day number 13. And this is going to be big. We're going to have clinchings and everything right now. This is going to be big. Ohio State and Virginia. That'll be a clinching. Michigan State, Maryland. Bowling Green's got to win out. Wake Forest and Georgia. That is a humongous game. USC and Kentucky. Missouri and Penn State. The battle probably for the winner. Cal has to win. Clemson, BC. Florida State. I mean, you're looking at this. Washington State trying to go undefeated. I think they've clinched. Alabama has clinched at least something. They want to avoid that third. Texas and Illinois, that's going to be huge. They want to avoid that third seed. You want to avoid it. You do not want to be in that last chance bracket. The top two are automatic qualifiers. Then all 15 teams go into the second chance bracket. An 8 and a 7. Well, yeah, 15. So there it is. Your third place teams will go into that second chance bracket. And then of your 15, they put it in there, and then you do everything once, and then we'll see who comes out a winner. I still got to do that, but here we go. This is week number 13, and let's see who's going to do this. Here it is. Fresno State, they win. Ohio State, a big win. Rutgers wins. Southern Miss wins. Georgia, a big win. Maryland, a big win. Bowling Green, a win. Southern Cal, a big win. Missouri beats Penn State. California. North Carolina. Clemson eliminates BC. Florida State wins. Texas A&M wins. That might go to the last day. Vanderbilt wins. Washington State undefeated. Iowa wins. Cincinnati wins. Louisville big over Navy. Taking a look. Troy wins. Barely alive. San Diego State. Alabama wins. Kansas State wins. Purdue wins. Big there. Stanford beat Northern Illinois. Auburn is the team. Arizona beat Houston. Oklahoma State beat Miami. Kansas beat Wisconsin. South Florida wins. Arkansas kills Syracuse. Texas Tech doubles up Virginia Tech. Nebraska wins. Indiana wins, but that takes out Indiana. That Nebraska win. Texas a huge win. Florida a big win. LSU there, a big win there. Colorado a big win. They're going to be good. South Carolina, big win. That's going to be huge for them. Arizona State beat Auburn. And we got to take a look at what that means. Oregon beat Oklahoma. UCLA wins. And Tennessee, a big win. So with one game left to go, we have to see how this affects everybody. We have to see how this affects everybody really quickly. We take a look here. We're 3 minutes in. That's all right. Let's take a look real quick at all the games, the big games. So here we go. Fresno State, they outlast Ohio. Oh, a great game until the fourth quarter. That's what we have. Ohio State just blasted Virginia. They beat them. And Virginia with 3 turnovers. Not good at all. Rutgers winning. Southern Miss winning. Georgia beat Wake Forest. All right game. A lot of punts. Turnovers there. 17-7. As the interception returned for Wake Forest. So their offense didn't score, but their defense did. Missouri beat Penn State. Penn State a touchdown. Remember, there are no 2-point conversions. Not when it's pool play. When you play the playoffs, there are. Clemson beat BC. BC touchdown run late, but they missed the field goal. And then Clemson went 9 plays, 4 minutes and a second. They ended up punting, and that was it. So they missed it. If they would have got it, it would have been bigger. Akron, Kent, they tied. Washington State, a big win. Washington State, one of the better offenses. Brink, the quarterback, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Huge. Huge. And that is it. So that is very big there. Cincinnati and Brigham Young, they tied at 38. That was a big tie there. That's the beginning. Cincinnati, not a bad team. Cincinnati, 38 first downs. Mock is the quarterback. 38 first downs, pretty good. Stanford to win. Purdue, 30-28. A field goal by Purdue late. They win the game. Northwestern couldn't get into field goal range. That hurt Northwestern. We got to see where they stand. Kansas State. Kansas beat Wisconsin. And Kansas, 321 yards of total offense. They pulled away at the end. Oklahoma State. They led 55-14, and then Miami scored the last few, but that's too far and too between. And you see a great game for Arizona scored late to win the game. And turnover on downs, and Arizona won the game there. Texas Tech, a big 42-21 win. They'll qualify. They'll be a number 1. Nobody worried there. Harrell, 3 touchdowns. They're doing it against a good defensive team. Texas, a big win. Minnesota, but then again, Tennessee, a big win. West Virginia by 20 over Oregon State. Let's take a look right now at everything. So let's take a look at the standings right here, and let's see the clinchings. If any, there's one game to go. Group 1. Louisiana State. LSU, they clinch going without win. They clinch going to the World Cup. They clinch a World Cup. Fresno State is 2. Fresno State and Kansas State will be fighting it out. If Kansas State has to lose, then Northwestern or Purdue wins. We'll go to that tiebreaker when it happens. Group 2, Georgia's number 1 again. They got 1 to go. And 9-3-2 is the worst they can go. A win, and they're into the World Cup. Group 3, Southern Cal, Oklahoma State, Kentucky is 3rd. Those 3, maybe not in that order. Group 4, Missouri, Penn State, South Florida, and California are fighting it out. Group 5, Ohio State into the World Cup. Virginia, Southern Mississippi are fighting it out. Group 6, West Virginia wins. Arizona will be, for West Virginia and Arizona, will go to the World Cup. Houston and Bowling Green. Bowling Green needs to win 1 more. Yeah, maybe they play Houston. Group 7, Kansas, then Wisconsin and Colorado. One of those 2 will head to the World Cup. The other to the second chance bracket. Group 8, Oklahoma and Oregon, 1 and 2. Well, Arkansas win. They'll go to the second chance bracket. Group 9, Texas Tech, 11 and 2. Virginia Tech, 11 and 2. Nebraska is 3rd. They beat Indiana twice. So the top 3 are there. Now, if Nebraska wins, Texas Tech and Virginia Tech lose, well, then we got craziness. Group 10, South Carolina to the World Cup. Clemson to the World Cup. Florida State, Texas A&M, Washington, all fighting it out. Florida State with the lead there. If they lose and Texas A&M and Washington win, we got a mess. Group 11, Texas is in, Illinois is in, and either Colorado State or Vanderbilt will be fighting for that second chance bracket. Group 12, Washington State and Tennessee. Very good. Georgia Tech will be third. They will go to that second chance bracket. Group 13, Florida is in. Michigan is in. Iowa is into the second chance bracket. Group 14, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Brigham Young, all three, the top two, into the World Cup. Third one in the second chance bracket. And Group 15, Arizona State is now 12-1. Alabama 11-2. Those two are into the World Cup. Troy and Auburn. Troy beat Auburn twice. They can knock out Auburn. Auburn is a seeded team. Troy would be a Cinderella. Let's see who they play in the next round. So right now, we got to let this thing reset. It does. Here it is. Who does Michigan State Wake Forest? That'll be big. 9-3-1. That could be the winner goes to the next round, loser to the second chance. Houston, where is Houston? Bowling Green plays Lafayette. They'll win. Where's Houston, though? We got to take a look. Let's take a look very quickly at everything we have, and then we'll take a look here. So we wanted to see a couple of the teams as we go. Like here's 6. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Northwestern and Kansas State. Northwestern is at Boise State. Northwestern and Kansas State. Well, Kansas State beat Northwestern twice. So they're hoping Purdue also wins. But who does Kansas State have? My God, this flickering stuff is killing me. Fresno State. So a win over Fresno State. There it is. Now, Kansas State. Let's see what they did last time. Where are they? Kansas State beat Fresno State by 13. So if Kansas State beat Fresno State, they would have swept them. So if so that's the biggest thing. If Kansas State wins, Fresno State is to the second chance, which will be one night. One night. I want to see what happens right now if we go all the way to the end. So there is Troy. And you got Auburn. Troy beat Auburn twice. Troy beat Auburn 44-34. And Troy beat Auburn 17-7. Troy has Louisiana Monroe. They'll win. If Auburn, that's big. Because Auburn in themselves, they have Alabama. And Auburn beat Alabama by 19. They were 4-0. And now they're 8-5 and ready to go down the drain. Troy's about to go to the second chance bracket. They're not about to go to the World Cup. It's Arizona State and Alabama. That is big there. Now, when you take a look at this, there's no big deal there. We all know that. But now we take a look at the Group 10. Florida State in their final game has Texas A&M. So if Texas A&M wins, then we got Bedlam because we go plus minus. We go plus minus in Texas A&M because Texas A&M, if they win, they played Florida State. Now this is Texas A&M. Texas A&M beat Florida State. So if Texas A&M wins, they go ahead of Florida State. Now Washington, now remember you play all three. Washington now at 6-6-1. They have Florida State and Texas A&M. Florida State, they're 0-1, 1-1. So now against Texas A&M, 2-1, 2-1-1 against Texas A&M. So they have the winner against Texas A&M. So if Washington would play at Clemson, here's the thing. If Washington wins and Texas A&M wins, Washington would take over third because they beat Texas A&M one time and tied once. So they have the edge there. Washington will go to the second chance round. Florida State cannot go. Clemson can only go 9-5. Florida State 8-5-1. Florida State wins. They're into the second chance round. They are, and that's going to be a heck of a second chance round. You got like Georgia Tech, Iowa, Colorado State. That's going to be huge. All right, well, that's going to be it for us today. I got Legend Sports Universe I want to see. He's a great guy. He is a wonderful, wonderful guy. So when we play this World Cup, it's going to be one of the best tournaments. I can feel it right now. We got baseball will be over if the Pirates win or we go 7 and Houston wins. But that's going to be it. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you later. And tune in to Legends now. That'll be fun.